Dr. Phil Blanc. So a question on a lot of people's minds is, why doesn't ocean water freeze? Well, to be technical, we do see ocean water freezing in some places. For instance, in the North Pole, we do see ice cap formation. And even in the Arctic and Antarctic areas, even if it's just that top layer of ocean water, we do see it freezing there as well. Some factors that we can think of as contributing to why in a lot of cases ocean water doesn't freeze include the salt content, include the formation of water currents, as well as just the sheer large volume of oceans, and finally the internal heating, which keeps water warm enough that it doesn't freeze. So the first factor that we know contributes to why oceans don't freeze is the water's salt content. We know that salt lowers the freezing temperature, making it more difficult when there's salt in there for the water to freeze. So for instance, you have when winter comes around, what do? You salt the ground in order to keep the ice from staying there. You want the ice to more easily melt. The second factor is water currents. Water currents help keep water molecules in a more fluid state than their more solid, icy counterparts. You will also have water currents helping water from warmer places, like water around the equator, into colder areas that will also help keep water from completely icing up. So another factor making it really difficult for the ocean to freeze is just the sheer large volume of water in the ocean. We know that heat leaves through the surface of the water, so with all that surface area, it just makes it that much more difficult for heat to completely be removed from the ocean system. And finally, making it difficult for the ocean water to freeze completely is the Earth's internal heating. We know that underground, typically it's really hot down there, but it's also hot underground under the ocean. So you can imagine with a thin layer of ocean floor, heat can more easily come up through that ground and make that ocean water so warm that it's not going to freeze. Well, there you have it. The four things making it pretty difficult for the ocean water to freeze include its salt content, as well as its currents, and its sheer large volume, and finally its internal heating.